been on this journey for a long time. Like since young, you left the family, left Japan and went to Himalaya. You say, oh, I'm going to join the circus. So you packed it and then go. No, you want to join the pilgrimage. With all these things you have practiced, idam, protectors, Mahamudra, why ended up you stick with Dakinis? What is that you found so helpful that you want to tell us too? Within so many different practices, you chose the most difficult one to promote. You must have gone through so many different practices in Vajrayana, and you chose Dakini instead of idam, protectors, or Mahamudra. Why
those are available. Scholars or great teachers taught I cannot teach like them. In a sense, there are so many books available. Book on Dakini is very limited because Dakini is about experience. Yeah, scholarly work is done by Judas, so that's great. We use that as a stepping stone or jumping board or something like that. Then how can we bring that Dakini tradition or teaching which existed onto our own experience? Then this book came out about. Yeah, it's challenging. If I wanted to do something easy, I wouldn't. That was not my criteria. It's ended up this way. This was supposed to be an introduction to the 5 Dakini practice. My role as a teacher in Chö lineage, I had to kind of lay out the whole map, right? Then volume 1 was the foundation. Then volume 2, 5 Dakini practice, I was thinking. Then Dakini's section, introduction got bigger and bigger, fatter and fatter, juicier and juicier. So we needed to separate out. I don't have any authority or any credibility. I don't have at all. So this could be maybe taken not so seriously by many scholars or practitioners. But at least this was a journey I tread. So this is one of many journeys each of you are actually treading. So might be useful, I don't know, may not be. I said here, the Dakini journey has been an invitation to live and dance our own Dakini dance with compassion and emptiness. It's an invitation to discover our own compassionate, colorful dance as Dakini within the boundless expanse of sky. So this is an invitation. One thing I didn't want to do is this is it kind of thing. This is just maybe a little bit of a stimuli for you to something to think about or something to stimulate your curiosity and deepen your Dakini journey. I can tell each of you who showed up today is on the Dakini journey. Just we don't call it that way. But I had a liberty here to call Dakini journey. In the past, Dakini was so mysterious and very careful to use that sort of language without solidifying. That's very important. Without solidifying, Dakini is pointing us, always pointing us to emptiness, reality, making a relationship, friendship, good term with Dakini is crucial on this journey, tantric journey. So without the Dakini kind of relationship, very difficult. I think I had a place to present that at least here, Dakini's whisper. If there was no Dakini's whisper, I wouldn't be able to do it or even dare to do this, use this kind of terminology, Dakini or something. Didn't have a courage or confidence. One single person understand me or what I'm saying or something. But then at least you guys are here. I'm sharing and somebody who can resonate my approach. That's gave me lots of confidence. I really wanted to present this art, experiential approach to traditional 5 Dakini practice. So there are lots of translations, traditional practices, Guru Yoga, or the whatever, Mahamudra, all these traditional translations. That's so, in a sense, easy to translate and then present. But that's what I didn't want to do. So really, in order to make tradition alive in each of us, each of us practitioners, then we needed to have this kind of, just in my mind, this kind of teaching to make relevant to contemporary practitioners. And also Dakini teaching is perfect for this time. In terms of background, this was done during this pandemic, when pandemic started, 2020 and 21. Around that time, where Dakini really came alive in each of our lives. Very crucial time. Then we investigate, we explore, we asked for her help, and we learned a lot from her provocative teachings. That's part of this book, behind the scenes, so to speak. Although I didn't bring up too much of the political, cultural agenda, but underline, maybe you might read the fine print of this social, cultural norm kind of living. Of course, including ourselves. We are not criticizing anything external, but we are a big part of it. Then we want to take a pause, then question our ordinary, normal way of thinking and going about social, political, especially that time was quite a bit, politically, lots of things happening. And environmentally, we completely ignored elements. Then we are kind of facing the aftermath of our own, you can say, misconduct. We ignore the relationship to Earth, for example. In a very selfish approach we've been living. We just needed to Dakini to slap or cut the knife and chop our ordinary way of living. Kind of wake up call.